Hello everyone and a very warm welcome to Microsoft Flight Sim 2024. This is our live stream today from Stansted to Jersey. So we are using the new Builds scenery from Stansted Airport. I believe it was a 2020 version that's been updated. However, I've never owned it. I've always previously owned UK 2000 scenery, so it's interesting to see some of the differences. So we are on the VATSIM network today, and we are doing a flight, like I say, to Jersey. So we'll quickly show you our operational flight plan for today. So as you can see, we're here on stand 13 at Stansted. We'll scroll out a little bit. So we're using runway 04 at Stansted, and we are on the VATSIM network as well. We do have a tower currently online. Other than that, there's not much ATC online, unfortunately. As you can see, we're sort of tracking west, inland a little bit, and then down the south coast, over the top of Southampton to the west of Isle of Wight, and then we're tracking down over the island of Aldersea past Guernsey, and then making a very sharp descent down into Jersey. So we're expecting the same runways we had last week, 08. We have also got scenery applied there now as well. Sorry, you can hear probably all the aircraft streaming in. So the operational flight plan, we're flying at flight level 280. Our call sign is EG97 Tango today. Fuel on board is going to be 5.1 tons total. Like I said, we're expecting 04 and a Nugbo 1 Sierra departure. And then it's pretty much a manual departure straight into everywhere. We are going to hopefully see a nice sunset on our way down. There's an aircraft just landed, that's why it's a bit noisy. So let's jump into the cockpit and let's get ourselves set up ready for this flight. So we're going to do a full cold and dark cockpit today. So we'll just get some power in the aircraft and let the aircraft come to life. So we'll start on the left hand side, we'll put the cruise supply on. Ground control, just do a quick cockpit voice recorder test, wonderful. Moving up, we'll align the IRSs into the nav position. So we'll leave the seatbelt signs off for the minute just because we're going to be waiting for fuel. We're going to put the wing lights on, just to stage 1. We don't really need the logo lights this time of night. If we've got time, we will do a return leg back to the lovely Stansted or Gatwick, somewhere along them lines. As we move up, obviously the batteries for some reason aren't on. I think that's just one of my configurations issues. So we move up, we'll pop the fuel pumps on as well. Most importantly, we will get our fire control test done. So we'll press and hold engine 1. It's very loud. So that's all then completed and with normal outputs. Over to the right hand side, we can just test the cargo smoke system as well. Make sure that is all operating as it should do. That will go off in a second. Yep, that's it. And there we are. So ignore me, that will go off in a second. I do apologise. There we go. So then moving down, we could get our cabin lights set, but to be honest, everything's good. So we'll put the ground positively warning system on. Use system 1. Just turn on our transponder and we'll just leave it in a TA mode for the time being. So the next thing really is we'll get the latest weather from Stansted. So we're going to do it a slightly different way. We're going to do it through the Fenix tablet today, just so we don't have any noise. So we'll just refresh that, as you can see there. So we're now information Romeo. So I did have information Quebec. So we'll just change that to information Romeo. So runway 04 still in use, transition level 70, 0905 knots. So the winds are a little bit better. We're now 18 degrees Celsius, so it's quite warm today here in the UK. 1018 is our QNH. So what we'll do next, we will tune, well, to be fair, we'll actually get the aircraft ready for departure. So a quick load onto the refuel and boarding. So we only got 108 passengers today, and we're flying at flight level 280, we believe, at the moment.
Refueling truck is on its way.
So let's just jump back across here.
Please don't load aircraft.
And we'll just tune the radio frequency for... Whoa. I do apologise. It looks like we've lost tower. tower was online. Let me just reconnect to the network. It could just be that I've been on the network a little while and it just needs resetting. We'll just have a quick look. Still showing online. If they're not, it's not the end of the world. We do have some ATC, I believe, down at Jersey.
To help us get on our way, please take your seats as quickly as you can and leave room in the aisle for others to pass.
There we go, Grand's online now. 121730. So that's the frequency we're on at the moment.
We are ready for pushback.
They've obviously just come online, so we'll have a chat with them in a second. So
Fuel
they're
truck is in position.
going to move the QNH to 1018.
Please don't load your passengers boarding starting.
Set our flight level 280. And we're going to move down to the MCDU. We'll start getting that all set up and ready for our departure. So we're going to move to the init page initially.
Departure check completed.
We'll just request
Bypass
that
pin inserted.
from SimBrief. So flight number today is U2455. And
Good evening.
one thing I will say, it sounds very, very quiet on the ATC end, but we'll have a look at that in a second. So cost index today is going to be 21, and like I say, our flight level, cruise flight level is 280, and a cruise temp of -40. Move to the IRS init page. We'll just double check the reference points there are all correct against the charts. Then move to the next page now. So our block fuel today is 5.1 tons.
This way, please.
Zero fuel weight is 52.2, and our CG I did have a
Stansted ground, good evening, FedEx 34.
28.4.
214, ready for push and start.
Good evening.
FedEx 34.
Good evening.
FedEx 34 stand 214, push and start please.
May I see your boarding pass?
214, push and start please, FedEx 34.
just going to increase the volume a little, just so we can.
Flightline 6, flight Lima, negative. I must have not quite been on at this time. Apologies, there was a push and start request, staff 335.
So as I say, let's move back down here a moment, so you guys can see.
Flightline 6,
Welcome to the
flight
stream, everyone. Say
Lima,
hello in the chat.
Push and start.
So we'll pop our initial flight plan in. So we're leaving Echo Golf Sierra Sierra. Departure runway is 04, and we are departing on the Neuro 1 Sierra departure, Nugburg
This way.
1 Sierra, and our arrival into Jersey is going to be ILS 08. There's going to be no transition, and there's no star unfortunately for that airport, so it's just a pretty much a manual approach. 43-minute flight time, 231 nautical miles. So that should be okay. So welcome to the stream, guys. Feel free to say hello in the chat. We're just getting ourselves set up at the moment. So we're just going to go through our takeoff performance, and then we'll get pushed back. We've just got passengers boarded, as you can hear in the background at the moment.
Welcome on board.
So there we go. That's that. All that's not correct. The CG was 28.4. We're just going to refresh the weather as well. We can have a look at intersection data as well for the airport if we believe that we can take a closer intersection. So we could leave at Lima potentially. So if we plan for a Lima 1 departure, and what we'll do is we'll just pop these now in the box. What I will do is I'll go across to it in a minute, just save me having to keep flicking backwards and forwards. 130, 130. That's the beauty of having a full-on MCDU. Those of you that are new to the channel, so we have a mostly wing products now. We are still waiting for our throttles from ProDesk Sim. Unfortunately, I have no update on that at the minute, and I plan to try and chase them up a little bit on that. They estimated the date anywhere between the 11th of this month and May, so not expecting to feel a while yet. It seems to be taking forever, so they're obviously made to order. So that's everything in, as we can see in the box. 130, 130, 134, and transition level is 7,000. Flaps 1, and we're up 0.6%, and that is with a Lima 1 departure. What we'll do as well, we've already got the Unicorn frequency tuned. Fuel's now on board, so we can now pop our seatbelt signs on. Cockpit preparation checklist, gear pins and covers removed. Fuel quantity is 5.2 tons. Seatbelts on. Adheres are nearly set to nav. They are set to nav though. And QNH 1018. So we'll do, we'll request our clearance in a second, and then we should get on our way.
FedEx 34, taxi holding point radio 1 via Juliet, Link Papa, Hotel and Romeo.
Taxi holding point Romeo 1 via Juliet, Link 30 and Romeo for FedEx 34.
There we go, that's everything aligned.
Ground 6 Fox on minutes to confirm runway 22. I'm guessing a change of speed. We've got probably captain 5. Yeah, that's probably the Fox. Flight 96, the Fox Lena. Was that on Q2 or did Tower clear you for 07 to start with? Tower cleared me for runway 04, so it's from 5, 6 on here. FedEx 34, was that the same for yourself?
Say again?
Were you cleared by Tower for runway... were you cleared for 04 or 22 by Tower before they came offline?
Hello guys, welcome to the stream. Feel free to say hello in the chat.
FedEx 34, in which case then correction on taxi, Juliet, Lima Hotel to holding point Kilo 1.
Juliet, Lima Hotel holding point Kilo 1, FedEx 34.
So then we're going to request our clearance in a second, and so we'll go from
Sorry, a bit of pain. Are you able to give us a new SID for my 22? Flight 96 Fox Lima. Flight 96 Foxtrot Lima, if you can make a left there, Hotel hold short Lima, and we'll get you on unless you make a turn. If you continue on Hotel, right
so
turn
it could be potentially that we've got a runway change. So we'll just have a chat with Tower and see if that is the case.
We'll get you out on 04. Alright, okay, so you're right on Hotel, so right on Charlie, then on to Juliet, and taxi up to Kilo 3, so. Kilo 1.
So then,
Kilo 1. Okay,
once they finish chatting, we'll have a chat with Tower. Or ground actually. Just make sure he's still online because he's just disappeared there. Right then. Stansted ground, very good evening. Easy 97 Tango is with you on stand 13. Information Romeo board. Type A319 requesting IFR to Jersey, please.
Easy 97 Tango, cleared to Jersey via the Nugbo 1 Sierra departure, Squawk 7320.
Good to Jersey, another 1 Sierra departure, 7320, Easy 97 Tango.
Easy 97 Tango, read back correct.
Wonderful. So, let's pop that in the box. Passengers, I believe, are all on board. We're just waiting for the rest of the luggage to be loaded. As per usual on this aircraft, it seems to be quite a common thing, that. And then we will, now that's on board, everyone's on board, we can get the APU started, and then we'll be ready to be on our way. So we'll get the APU online, and then we can also disconnect our external power as well. Just going to turn the cockpit lighting down.
34, no further ATC for you, Monty Unicorn 122.8.
Unicorn 122.8, FedEx 34, thank you for your service, have a good night, bye bye.
We'll do the same up here, make sure our lights are all set as they should be. Sometimes they don't default correctly on these. But we'll get ourselves all ready and ready to go. So just waiting for the APU to come online. As you can see, it's just starting at the moment. Don't forget to say hello in the chat. And hope it'll be a nice flight, nice smooth flight. May have a few issues with the sun being in our way, but we'll see how we go. It's probably going to be dark the time we get there, but should be a nice little flight down the south coast of the UK over Southampton. And we'll be on our way. So APU is available. We'll turn off external power. Like I said, I think we're just waiting. I'll have a quick gander out here. I think we're just waiting for the rest of the loaders to get the bags on. I don't know why they have stopped doing it so you actually see the bags being thrown on rather than put them in containers. So that's quite unrealistic for EasyJet because they want to. Hello Lewis, welcome to this channel, mate. Hope you're well. We're just, like I said, we're just waiting for these bags to get on and then we'll get on our way. Obviously, if those of you are new to Flight Sim or new to VATSIM and you have any questions or you need a bit of support with anything, feel free to drop us a message in the comments, or you can reach us on Discord as well if you want to private message, feel free. The back's done, we're just waiting for the front. So then we'll just get everything ready for our departure. There's quite a few aircraft here now at Stansted. Chances are when we push back we're obviously going to be asked to face west or northwest. Chances are we're going to be pushing on to the yellow east line. I'll just quickly show you a navigraph. So we'll probably be on to Alpha East, rather Alpha West. They have very strange taxiways in Stansted. They have this like middle line. I don't know, obviously on the aircraft size. So it sounds like boarding is complete. So then before start checklists, parking brake is set, takeoff speeds 130, 134 and thrust of 68%. Windows and doors are closed, slides are armed. And beacon is on.
Foxtrot Lima, no further ATC for you, monitor Unicom on 122 decimal 8. Have a good night. 122 decimal 8, thank you service. Good night. 6 Foxtrot.
Static ground, EG97 Tango, stand 13 is ready for push and start.
EG97 Tango, stand 13, push and start approved.
Push start approved for EG97 Tango. So then, just waiting for the pushback tug to do its thing. FB. See if this plays up still, because last week it was playing up like heaven. Oh, what have I done there? Right. So we want nose to the left, tail to the right. Wonderful.
Release parking brakes.
Brakes released, you clear to push.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Start sequence 2, then 1, starting 2. Flaps can be set to 1. And CG is 0.6 up. Go to flight controls, just confirm 0.6, yep. So then, hopefully we get out before the sun fully sets. I'll have a quick gander outside of this window whilst we're starting. I'm quite trustworthy of GSX now, to be honest. I don't know what you'll be able to say. I don't think you'll be able to see the engine though. Yeah. Thought we might be able to see the engine from here, but maybe not. Oh well. So that is the bus 219 starting number 1. And then once we start number 1, that will then allow us to select the auto brake max setting. And also our takeoff config in a second.
We're now going to take you through the safety features of this aircraft. Please pay attention to the illuminated signs and crew instructions. The location of the emergency exits.
How are you then, OCU? Well,
As demonstrated by the crew. Please make sure you know where your
if you're new to the channel, feel free to give us a like on the video, or subscribe if you feel like you want to see more of it. So, brakes are set, and you're cleared to disconnect.
To fasten your seatbelts.
Just waiting for the next bus to be along. Engine 1 is available.
The loose end to adjust.
APU can come off,
Fastened by lifting the top of the buckle. It must be fastened when the seatbelt sign is
and
on.
takeoff config.
Keep it fastened whenever you're in your seats. If the air supply
Flight control check. Full up,
masks will drop from above you,
full down,
the mask
neutral,
towards you to
full left,
Unlocking gear.
full right,
over your nose
neutral,
and
rudder,
mouth and breathe
full
normally.
left,
Hold the
full
mask
right,
in place with
neutral.
the strap, or on each side to adjust.
Static ground, radio check, cargo lock 747 Bravo.
Cargo Lux 747 Bravo, reachability fine.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed.
After start check is anti-ice not required, econ status is
Right
checked,
is clear.
pitch trim 0.6 up, and rudder
Static
trim is
ground,
neutral.
hello, runner 9 for Tango, radio check.
You must not inflate your life jacket until you are outside. Once outside, inflate it by pulling the toggle.
Ryanair 94 Tango, and the ground leader, but
Blow into the tube. There is a light and whistle for
So then we will get request taxi.
who can help you with life jackets for children.
Ryanair 9 for Tango, information Sierra, 41, requesting clearance to the Hamburg as well.
Important safety information specific to this aircraft, such as the brake
He's
position
disappearing.
and operation of the exit.
He's got the pin.
Ryanair 94 Tango, and the ground leader cleared to Hamburg by the Clacton 5 Sierra departure, Squawk 4226.
Clear to Hamburg by Clapton 5 Sierra, squawk 4226, runner 9 for Tango.
So initial climbs will be 5,000 feet,
Ryanair 94 Tango, read back correct, and that's runway 0.
and we'll be going to Barkway VOR initially.
Runway 0 for Ryanair 9 for Tango. Good evening, static ground, cargo lock 747.
I'll get my word in
Bravo.
edgeways in a minute.
747-8 freighter, stand 9, ATC information, Sierra, requesting IFR clearance to Madrid as filed.
So are you a flight sim then, Lewis, or do you just watch videos? Do you own flights in 2024 or 2020?
Cargo Lux 747 Bravo. Clear to destination via the Nugbo 1 Sierra departure, Squawk 5601.
Cleared by the Nugbo 1 Sierra departure for runway 04, squawk 5601, cargo lock 747 Bravo.
Cargo Lux 747 Bravo, read back correct.
So that's it. Ground easy. 97 Tango is ready for taxi.
Easy 97 Tango, taxi holding point Lima 1 via Juliet and Lima.
Lima 1, Juliet Lima, easy 97 Tango. So we've already planned for Lima 1, so that's fine. Sounds like the cabin is secure. Hello.
Hello, that's cabin secure for takeoff.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
So then taxi lights and release the parking brake. So what we'll do is we'll move on to this middle line here. Just a little bit of speed, and then we'll move over to the left here. Ah, cool stuff. Do you go on the VATSIM network very much, or just fly a single player? So then taxi checklist, flight controls check, flap setting, conform plus F, radar, predictive wind shear system on and auto, Oh, hello, where am I off to there? That's what happens when you're not concentrating on what you're doing. Engine mode selector, norm, eco mode, take off, no blue. So we're going to be making a left here onto Juliet. So just check the right side. Oh, it'll be a lot better when I eventually decide to buy the Tobii eye tracker. Hopefully it'll make things a lot easier for looking around. Oh, fair enough, mate. Yeah, I must admit, like, that's how I used to be fair. I just used to do normal offline flights. Until recently. Now I'm a little bit more confident on VATSIM. I pretty much mostly go with VATSIM if I'm honest. Just have a look, see what ATC is online. That's pretty much how I pick the flights that we're on. So, yeah, that's pretty much where we're at the moment. So it's going to be a packs off departure once we get a little bit closer down to the end of the runway.
Right, 9 for Tango, stand for 1. Standby. I was trying to call the push, but I'm not sure.
Ah, cool stuff. I'll have a look in a little bit once we get in the cruise, mate. Yeah, feel free to drop us a message on there. That's fine. Yeah, I'll have a look once we get on the cruise. Shame there's no London Control online. Usually Friday nights it's quite good for a VATSIM, I normally find. VATSIM's usually pretty good over the weekends. Fortunately I've been away all week pretty much, so not had any videos this week, no content this week. And unfortunately tomorrow I'm back at work and Sunday I'm back at work, so... And to be fair, on Monday and Tuesday, but I'm on nights Monday, Tuesday, so it'll be fine. We'll be able to get a flight in the day, hopefully. So then we're going to the right once we get to the end. So we're going to be sent over to the Unicom frequency, or whatever they call it these days. So we'll just start slowing ourselves down.
EG97 Tango, no further ATC for you. Monitor Unicom on 122.8. Have a good night.
Have Unicom 122.8. Thanks for your service and good night, EG97 Tango. So we're just going to slow ourselves right down. We're going to make in this right hand turn, and then we're just going to move over now over to Unicom, which we've done. And pretty much we're going to be taxiing straight ahead. Stansted traffic, EG97 Tango is ready for departure, runway 04. If there's any incoming traffic, please make yourself known. So I don't believe there's any traffic, there's nothing showing on the radar, and there is nothing showing here. So... line up checklist, take off runway confirmed 04 via Lima 1, TCAS T8RA, Max 1 and 2 both off. And we'll pop the landing lights on as well. So bring those to the left a little bit and we'll just swing around to the right. Do you fly the Fenix then, Lewis, or do you, are you pretty much... Or do you fly a few different things? I say I mostly pretty much now fly the Fenix, that's about it. Particularly the 319, you'll probably see me fly that more than most. I just really enjoy flying it, I don't know why, but... Right then. So then, take off. This is the problem I have with my throttles. So, Manflex 68 SRS runway auto thrust is blue. Thrust set. .100 knots. B1, rotate. Positive rate of climb, go up. Nav, So initial climb's 5,000 feet. Stansted traffic, EG97 Tango vacated, runway 04. Just climb. Flap 0.
traffic runner 840 first establishing the local allies 07 traffic.
Terrain on the nav. Not that we should have much terrain down this part of the world, but
Thank you.
we'll fly up to around the 5,000 mark, and then we'll pop on the autopilot. We need to pop the packs on in a second. What we'll do, we'll just get lined up and we'll get the packs on. There, actually, we'll probably packs smooth on. Outstar. AP1. Hello guys, welcome to the channel. Feel free to say hello. Let me know what sort of experience you got. We've got a nice aircraft over to our left side. Seems a little bit closer to my liking. It's almost like he's paused in mid-air. Doesn't look like he's moving, does it? Pretty sure he's gone on a live pause. So, do you fly the Fenix then, Lewis, or do you just fly like the default one, or are you a PMDG person? What sort of stuff do you get up to? So guys, just approaching the Barkway VOI. We're going to make a left turn over to Novo, and then we'll start our climb to our cruise level of 280 tonight. Beautiful scenery tonight, I must admit. I don't know what you guys can see from your end. Oh, what's happened there? All looking pretty nice. Just trying to work out what airport that is in front of us, to be fair. Hazard a guess, probably Luton. Yeah, I think it's Luton that's in front of us. And there we go, just see Stansted over the left hand side. Everything looks pretty smooth on our flight. I've had a quick look at the weather as well. So one thing Navigraph's pretty good at is with the weather. Unfortunately, there's loads of ATC online, but just not in the places we want it, really. Yeah, so there's no turbulence that we can see at the moment. So what we're going to do, we'll put the seatbelt signs off. And now we're reaching the VOR. We're going to go to our climb altitude now. The aircraft should automatically climb anyway. Wonderful. So we should be climbing, hopefully. So we're climbing to flight level 220 at the moment. But to be fair, we can probably just go open climb and straight up to flight level 280. I'll have a quick look on Discord for you in a minute, Lewis. Right then. So we're approaching our standard transition point, so standard is set. Must admit, Lewis, sometimes my Discord's a bit slow, buddy, so I'll have a look to see if there's any messages or anything on. Sometimes it takes a little while for people to appear on here for some reason. I must admit, I'm not the most tech savvy with it, to be fair. So then, let's have a quick look at our range. So 10,000 feet, landing lights can come on. And obviously the ground spoilers can be disarmed now as well. So guys, hope you're all well. Like I say, it's a fairly short flight. It's actually quite a nice approach if you've not seen Jersey before. Yeah, it's quite a nice approach actually, to be fair. Certainly much worse approaches to do. Certainly not as bad as Gibraltar anyway. It looks really busy at Jersey, to be fair, and I think that it is quite a busy airport because a lot of people just because it's quite a short hop from the UK, people fly there. I must admit, that's what I've certainly started doing. This will be the first time we'll see the scenery at Jersey as well, so it's the Innie-build scenery that I've bought. I've not used it yet, so it'd be nice to see what it appears like. I'm just praying it doesn't get really laggy on our approach. So feel free to say hello in the chat, guys. Let us know what you're up to this evening, other than watching myself. So it's pretty much darkness now. I've not been to Jersey in the dark, so that will be a little bit of an experience. It was daylight last time we flew to Jersey. Just trying to pick up where we are. So over to our left, so that's London over to our left hand side. I don't know if we can quite pick out Heathrow. We just make out the Thames. I think that's Heathrow just here, look, to our left hand side. Let's get rid of that. Yeah, so that's Heathrow just pretty much in front of us. It's hard to see on when you guys are watching, really. I'd love to be able to start shooting at 4K, to be fair, but until I get a new graphics card, it's not really going to be an option. And to be fair, a 4K monitor as well. So we've got an ECAM warning, flight control side signal zones. I have this issue constantly. I've tried recalibrating it numerous times. If anyone knows a good fix for that, feel free to let me know. But I've tried most of the fixes and it doesn't seem to work, unfortunately. What sort of setup have people got? Are we wing fangs? So pretty much my setup is we've got the wing FCU, MCDU and the EFIS now. I'm just hoping that they bring out the I can't think what they call it, the glare shield on this left side where the chrono and everything is. That'd be a really nice feature if they had that, and I'd probably use the chrono a lot more. Like I said, we have the MCDU, we have just the Thrustmaster joystick, and then a Honey Bravo throttle, just with the standard throttles at the moment. and a Cytec or Logitech radio van. I think it's Logitech actually. I think I got rid of the Cytec one. It's basically the same thing, made by the same people. And yeah, we just got the fairly cheap Thrustmaster pedals. I wish I did. To be fair, I may upgrade them at some point in the future for a probably the Charlie rudder pedals from Honey Bravo. I must admit, the Honey Bravo products are amazing if you don't have them. They're really, really good. Quite expensive, but they're worth the money. Ah, cool, Lewis. So yeah, you do fly the Fenix. Do you have a particular favourite of the Fenix, or do you just... It depends if you have the expansion pack, obviously. Obviously, I have the expansion pack for the 319 and the 321. And don't get me wrong, I do enjoy flying the 321, but I wouldn't say I'm very good at it, to be honest. I feel like I'd probably a lot better than 319. It's a lot easier to handle, I find, personally. 319 is my favourite, to be fair, known as the crisp packet apparently. Like I said, we have done a few flights in the 321. We went, did a flight, I think I uploaded it, a flight to Innsbruck in the 321. However, it was a bit of a nightmare, that flight, because it was the first time flying it into Innsbruck. Required obviously a lot of braking. We had a scenery issue on the way down. Oh, so you fly the 350 as well, okay. So I've not bought the 350. I did consider buying the 350. Is that? I'm guessing that's the Unibuild's 350. That's what you mainly fly. I think that's the only 350 about that. I did consider buying it. The problem is I don't really do many long haul flights, especially streaming and stuff. It's not really long haul flights I tend to do. And if I'm honest, if I did buy it, I would then a lot of the hardware I've got wouldn't be sort of compatible with it, which was another reason why I haven't bought it, to be honest. I think Fenix probably will expand that way in the future. Obviously, they've got plans at the minute for the Neo, 320 Neo and 321 Neo, and obviously we're getting the 319 with Sharklet soon as well, which will be really good. It'd be nice when it's fully compatible with flights in 2024 as well, so we can actually walk around open hatches. Be a better experience, I think. Not too sure when that update's going to be. And also Fenix have developed the weather radar. I think they're like the first developer to actually develop the weather radar for Flight Sim. I think with the Fenix, like, it's not bad money really, considering what you get from it. It's pretty good money. So we are pretty much at our cruise level, as you can hear by the engine spooling back. In the distance we've just got the Isle of Wight coming into view. We're pretty much just, well, as you can see, we're just hitting the Southampton VOR at the moment. Don't know if you can quite make out the Isle of Wight there. So we're pretty much heading over to the right hand side, over the right side of the island. And then, to be honest, it's quite a quick, it's not going to be long till we start our descent, to be honest, 60 miles till we start our descent. What we could do is we could look at getting the tower frequency tuned, so 119455. So we'll pop that in and get that tuned as well. So what sort of hardware do you have, Lewis? Do you have much hardware, or is it just like throttle, yoke, that sort of setup? So I'm really hoping in the future, or in like maybe a couple of months, either to get the next level racing cockpit, and then when we do the streaming, so hopefully we'll be able to get a bit of a view of myself as well, and obviously the screens and everything, and make things a little bit easier from that respect. It just depends. So we believe to go with the next level racing, or there's another one that I found that's a little bit cheaper, and it looks pretty much the same, to be honest. I don't know how comfy the chair is, but I must admit, my gaming chair's seen better days. I've had it for about 10 years and it's slowly falling to bits. And we'll do a shout out to Gareth as well. So Gareth's been one of our long-standing members since we started these videos over the last couple of months. So Gareth keeps in contact with me quite regularly about flights and stuff. We did a flight together a few weeks ago. Don't know if you've seen that video, feel free to check it out. Pretty much he flew behind me the whole way there. We've got a little clip of his landing as well. And that was Gareth's first flight on the VATSIM as well. And that was the reason why Gareth contacted me in the first place. He was a little bit nervous about flying on VATSIM. Didn't really know what to expect. And that's one of the reasons why I do some of these videos as well. Just to help people with their confidence on VATSIM, because it seems quite scary. And I remember when I first started flight simming many years ago, it seems quite scary being on VATSIM, but it's as scary as you make it, really. There's nothing, like, you all make mistakes. It's only natural to make mistakes, but as long as you learn from the mistakes, and the most important thing is you need to be fairly competent at flying the actual plane. If you're competent flying the plane, even if you decide to do a full ILS landing, that's fine. So we're going to start entering our destination data. We're going to request, that's how we'll do it through the MCDU. We'll request a ATIS information. Obviously, if you guys don't know, I do get a printout of the ATIS actually on the desk. Oh, hello, that's the wrong screen. So, ATIS, Echo Golf, Juliet, and obviously we're arriving, so we'll send that, and then we'll just go to receive messages. So, review the ATIS for you. So, Jersey information is Juliet's, time 1920. Runway in use is 08 still. Transition level is 60. Wind 080 at 14 knots. Temperature 12 degrees, so it's a little bit chilly there. And dew point of 6. QNH 1015. So we'll just scribble them numbers down. 1015. Also information Juliet. Runway 08. Transition level is 6,000. And temperature is 14 degrees Celsius. No, 12 degrees Celsius. So we'll go to the performance page, a couple of pages across. So QNH there is 1015, so a little bit lower pressure than what we got in the UK at the minute. 12 degrees Celsius on London. Wind. What was the wind? What was the wind? So the wind was 080 at 14 knots. So we're a little bit gusty tonight. It wasn't that gusty the other night. And our transition level is 060. So we'll have a good look at our barrel reference, which we'll get from the charts. So the barrel reference here, decision height is 471. Ooh. .471 in the barrel box. And that is everything. So we've got a landing speed of 126. Approach speed of 126 and a landing speed of 121. Oh, that's strange. That's square. I just saw a comment on the bottom there, and then unless you took it away and reapplying to it, I don't know. Bit strange. Either I'm going blind. So then guys, right, we need to be starting our descent very shortly. It's about 20 miles now. So initial descent, it's requesting us at flight level 170, so we'll probably go to 160. We need to be at flight level 100 by Lena. So we could probably plan to get to flight level 100 by Lena. And then we're down to Sharp, I believe. I think that's the waypoint I have to normally insert manually, so Shark is the next waypoint afterwards. So if we, for those of you not sure how to insert waypoints, it's fairly straightforward. So once we get to Lena, so we can select Lena. Oh no, we don't want to delete Lena. Select Lena, and then you see where it says next waypoint, we'll just put Shark in. Next waypoint Shark, and what we'll do, we'll just move to the plan option. So it's going to be the one that's 104 nautical miles away. Don't know if you can see that on here, so that will then show us that next bit of the plan. And then we will look down here, we'll remove the discontinuity. And then hopefully now that will look a little bit more as it should do, which it does. Wonderful. So we'll insert that into the flight plan, and then that will calculate some speeds a little bit better as well. And we'll go back to the arc as well. Yeah, we're just under 20 miles now. So just over the Isle of Wight at the moment. Just going to turn the brightness down on this a touch. Did you say something, Lewis? I thought I saw your setup on there, but maybe I was seeing things. Either that, it's disappeared either way. I must admit, I'm quite new to Streamlabs, so you never know, it could be something I've done. So 106 miles, let's say flight level 100. We need to be at 3,000 feet by shark as well, so. Anyway, we can start descending anyway. So we'll go with flight level 100, we'll just open climb that. Don't know how the distance is between that and shark, it's probably about 20 miles or so. So minus 2,400 to be level at 10,000 feet. If my speed increases a little bit a minute, it's not a big issue. Obviously the sun's going down as we speak. Quite a nice sunset tonight, to be fair. I must admit this sim does deal with the sort of weather a lot better than previous sims. Like I say, we're starting our descent now, so it should be a fairly nice, easy approach, to be honest. Still waiting for your request. I've not seen it yet at the moment on Discord. It can be a little bit delayed with Discord though, if I'm honest, so. There guys, you definitely got the right page, haven't you? Everything's okay. Is it just the main page that you've followed at the moment, or if you want my personal, so I have a personal account as well. My personal account is 96RC90. That's just my. Don't ask why it's that, but that's my personal one that links with that account. So if that doesn't work, feel free to add that as well. I don't really use Discord very much, apart from for stuff with this channel anyway. So it's looking very busy at Jersey. So currently there are 3 aircraft on the approach into Jersey. There's another one as well, it's just on its way down from Edinburgh. There's currently six on the ground, so yeah, I'll have a good look at Discord. Like I say, I must admit I'm not very familiar with Discord. Streaming's been very new to me over this last couple of months, so bear with me. I will have a look once we finish the flight. I've not decided yet, but we may do a flight back to maybe Gatwick. I've not fully decided. We'll have a look, see what ATC is online, and what the time of night is as well. It's not that late yet. It's only 5 to 9 in the UK here. I'm guessing you're from the UK as well, are you, Lewis? So it's not massively late. We've got another aircraft in front of us by the look of it. 2,300 feet below us. So we may have to just make some allowances for that. Just having a quick look now. So he's also coming to... Yeah, he's also flying towards us. We seem to be approaching him very, very quickly. Right then. We seem to be getting a little bit close for my liking. We'll see how we go. Yeah, I thought you would be from the UK. Do you do many VATSIM flights then, Lewis, or is it just like occasionally you do a VATSIM flight, or do you do them quite regular? I guess it depends on what type of flying you like. I've tried flying helicopters before, that always ends badly, so we don't do that anymore. You don't really realise how hard helicopters are to fly until you have a go. There's quite a bit of skill to them. And it always amazes me that it costs more to become a pilot with a pilot for a helicopter rather than a pilot for a plane, like for a private pilot, for example. So we're going to pop the seatbelt signs on in a second. So if maybe flight catches up. Don't know what's happened there. Just ignore that. For some reason, Moby flight's crashed. We'll just retract the flaps and fly that a bit manually. Just gonna have a quick look, see what's happening with Moby flight. It seems to have crashed for some reason. I don't know why. Anyway, we'll pop the seatbelt signs on ourselves. Just working out, make sure. So it appears our throttle quadrant has had a bit of a moment. So bear with me 2 seconds. I don't know why, but it doesn't seem to be doing a great deal of it. So approaching flight level 100. I've got the landing lights on manually. I'm not quite sure what's going on here. So we'll just have a quick scan to see what's going on with this. Asking for the thrust levels to be inclined, which they are inclined. Oh, there we go. Fine, we're just double checking, make sure. So we've got some operation back. That's it, that's fine. Not sure quite what's gone on there. It looks like Moby Flight's had a moment. So we're at 10,000 feet. We need to be at 3,000 by the time we reach sharp. There we go. We'll start reducing our speed as well to 50 knots for now. See how we go with that. Now we're below flight level 100. We'll try and reduce that speed down a little bit. So we know that auto brake medium is required for this airport. Like I said, I don't know what's gone on with the with Moby Flight. It seems to have had a right tantrum about something. I'll have a quick look to see what's going on. What we may do is we may just close it and reopen it. See if that does the trick. There we go, right, I think. Yeah, there we go. Everything's working again now. Wonderful. Always on a stream. Every time something goes wrong with the sim, it's always when you're on a stream. You can bet money on it. So if we need to go around, missed approach procedure for this airport. So we fly straight ahead, climb to 3,000, and then turn right 180, and then as directed. So and it's as pretty much as it's in on the plan on here. So we've got 40 miles until touchdown, and after landing we can expect to vacate to the right. Depending on how much runway we use, we can either vacate at Foxtrot or Golf. I think the other day we vacated at Golf and then came all the way back round, and then we'll just take a stand based on or whatever they give us. Like I say, there's quite a few aircraft on the ground as well. I think we had stand 10 last time. And hopefully, when we land with GSX, we will have stand numbers. Oh, it still says there's no stands available. Which is really bizarre because I updated the GSX markers as well. Hello guys, welcome to the channel. We've got a few of you on now. So feel free to say hello. We're just on our descent now. Not be long before we pretty much start our landing. We've only got 35 miles left now. We're going to start reducing our speed very shortly. Like I say, we're descending to 3,000 feet to intercept the ILS initially. If the weather's good, then we'll disconnect and go for a full manual landing as well. Feel free to say hello in the comments. I'll try and respond as much as we can. Obviously, whilst we're in the air, it's a little bit easier, but when we start getting towards our approach, it gets a little bit more challenging. So, we are approaching our transition level in a minute, so 6,000 feet roughly. So we can go over to that now if you want, 3NH1015. So, approach checklist, Sparrow ref is 1015, seatbelts are on, minimums is 471 Barrow, auto brake medium, engine mode selector is normal. So, we've just got Guernsey, I think we're flying over now. Oh, is it Aldersea actually? Maybe Aldersea. Then we're going to make this left hand turn. There is another aircraft in front of us. I'm not sure whereabouts are in front of us. Bring that radio back in a little bit now. So we're going to start reducing that speed now to 20 knots. Jersey traffic, Easy 97 Tango, reducing speed 220 knots 27 miles from touchdown, runway 08. The 119455 is set and ready. So once we slow down a little bit, we'll pop some flaps of 1 out. We've got a little bit of a gust, like I say, today. Fair, we can move over to Jersey actually. We'll move over to the frequency. There's not a lot's happening on.
Sure, so good evening, easy for Kilo. 9 miles.
Easy for 1 kilo, very good evening. Jersey QNH 1015, surface winds
Flaps 1.
08017 knots, runway 08 clear to left.
Yeah, a little bit turbulent just now.
We'll
We'll just speed down 200 knots. We want to descend to 2,000 feet.
KLM 906, navigator ATC, I'm afraid to monitor Unicom 122.8.
We've just got that aircraft visual in front of us. I don't know if you can pick up on that. There's an aircraft just on finals now. Looking a little bit bumpy in places. So generally speaking, once so I could pretty much enable it. I normally tend to enable it. If it doesn't, it should enable itself automatically if you set up on an ILS. However, sometimes it doesn't do it. So generally, once you're fully configured for landing, generally speaking, you go 160 knots until you're about 4 miles anyway. And then you just go to the performance page and then activate the approach and confirm the approach. It's a 2-second job to do. It's just remembering to do it. You'll soon realise when you're doing like 200 knots. So I think we've got another aircraft inbound.
Zulu downwind requesting touch and go runway 08.
Neptune 5 with the Echo, very good evening. You're cleared London Stansted. Oris to 1 Delta departure, squawk 120.
So we've got another aircraft in front of us. So what we may need to do is turn right in the vector. What we may do is just move out to Unicom just to try and speak to that other aircraft just to see what the crack is. Unicom traffic, easy 305. This is easy 97 Tango. We're going to turn right, heading 220, just to give a little bit of separation for you, and you can come in front of us. So we're going to make a right turn now, 220, 220.
FO, was that for easy 305?
Yes, it was. So I'm also approaching Jersey. We're probably going to meet at around Shark at around the same time. So I'm going to turn right 220, just give a little bit of separation for you for ILS 08.
Perfect, I appreciate that. Yeah, we're just turning in now. We're currently a localizer establishing on an 8-mile final, easy 305.
Wonderful, thanks for that. And we'll speak to you over on tower in a minute.
2,500.
Checked. So we're going to leave the gear where it is for the minute. We're making a bit of a right-hand turn, as you can see. Yeah, it does sometimes seem a little bit late. So we're just keeping an eye. So we've got that aircraft visual over to the left side. So what we can do now in this situation...
Jersey Tower, easy 305, 6.5 mile final, runway 08.
We'll go direct on here.
Easy 305.
Direct to Shark.
You continue your number 1.
Continue approach.
I'm going to reduce speed now to 160 knots as well, just to give that a little bit more separation between the other aircraft. We're going to put flaps 2 out, and we're going to put the gear down as well. Yeah, I know what you mean. It does always seem a little bit too late. So now I'm going to activate the approach in the FCU.
For 1 kilo, welcome into Jersey. Continue on to Alpha. Taxi stand number 10 via Alpha and Juliet.
Stand down a bit, Alpha Juliet.
EG305, surface wind 08017 knots. Runway 2, runway 08, clear to land.
Clear to land 08, EG305.
Jersey Tower, good evening. Easy 97 Tango is with you on the approach ILS 08, currently 10 miles.
Easy 97 Tango, good evening. Jersey QNH 1015, continue number 2.
QNH 1015 and continue number 2, Easy 97 Tango. So we've also got a light aircraft across to our right hand side that we just need to be a little bit cautious of. So what I can do now, if at this point, this is where if the approach hasn't activated itself, which it has, because it's not got the confirm button, and then we would just press manage speed in a minute.
Juliet, Zulu, should I just keep in this right-hand orbit?
So we're a little bit low at the minute, as you can see.
Yeah, stay in your orbit, or you have an option, you can always fly over to Guernsey.
So it sounds like the light aircraft.
I'll just stay in this orbit, thanks.
Roger, just a slight delay, just got a few inbounds to get in, and then we can get you in for a touch and go.
Sounds good, Golf Juliet, Juliet.
So
Juliet.
flaps 3.
Golf Juliet.
So we've got the glide slope just coming in now. We're established now. We're on the localizer. And flaps 4. So we'll just stay on the localizer for the minute, just with it being a little bit darker. It's just coming into range now. Hi guys, welcome. Feel free to say hello on the chat. We've got a little bit of a crosswind, not nothing too drastic.
Just give way to the EasyJet 319, passing left to right behind. Push and start approved, face west, call for taxi.
So we're going to plan to come off probably at the last exit point of the runway, I would imagine.
EG305, welcome in Jersey.
Landing checklist, go around our tune set 3,000 feet.
Standard short is buffer number 10.
Come through, ready, landing memory.
305.
Eco member London, no blue.
Coming off a stand 4, you might have to hold it out for 4.
Roger, no problem, easy 305.
So, manual flights.
Easy 97 Tango, surface wind 08017 knots, runway 08, clear to land.
Clear to land, 08, easy 97 Tango.
Golf Juliet Zulu, minute and a half, I'll get you out of that orbit.
Yeah, that's fine, Golf Juliet.
So guys, wish me luck, and hopefully we'll get ourselves on the ground. Checked. A little bit high. So manage speed. Let's watch that speed come back a bit now. It's a little bit high on the approach, but we can address that. It's coming in the range now. There we go. So back at our landing speeds.
100 above. 500.
Light slow.
Checks.
Light
4.
slow. Light slow. Light
300.
slow. Light slow. Light slow.
Golf Juliet Zulu, exit your orbits, heading 360, dash your base leg turn, report final, runway 08.
And spoilers.
Golf Juliet Zulu, report final,
rate
runway
medium, reverse
08.
green. ESO.
Golf Juliet Zulu, just confirm you're going to exit that orbit, heading 360.
Yeah,
Manual braking.
The orbit heading 360, Golf Juliet Zulu.
So we're going to exit to the right onto Alpha. After landing checklist, the radar predictive wind shear system is off after landing complete. Wasn't the best of the landings, it was a little bit hard, but
Keep your seatbelt fastened until the seatbelt sign is switched
so
off.
just reduce. Oh, hello. Where am I going? Round to the right. That's it.
Have a look around you.
EG97 Tango, welcome into Jersey. Just hold short Alpha 3.
On short Alpha 3 is in 97 Tango.
Smoking is not allowed until you're in a smoking area. Thank you for flying with us today. We look forward to welcoming you on board.
APU starts. Yeah, it wasn't the best of landing, guys, to be fair. I've done much better. Not flown for over a week though, so not too bad. It's on the ground safely, that's the important thing. So we can go as far as Alpha 3, which is this next point here. I think it's just because of that aircraft that's pushing ahead, that EasyJet aircraft pushing ahead of us. And then we'll get a stand number in a minute. There's a couple of aircraft. It's the only problem with Jersey, it's such a small airport, there's not any other taxiways really, so it can give you a little bit of a delay on the inbound. So we're going to hold here at Alpha 3 as instructed. So parking brake is set. Yeah, to be fair as well, Jill, that when I personally felt like when it's well controlled, like when you're especially at Gatwick or somewhere, they'll give you quite good instructions for your speeds and stuff. Yeah, I know what you mean. It does always seem too late. Like, to be fair, there I was a little bit too quick, to be honest.
Neptune 5 with Echo, no worries. Via Alpha and Bravo. Taxi hold point Bravo 1, runway 08, QNH 1015.
But yeah, I think the problem there is I was a little bit quick, to be fair.
Bravo 1 for 08 via Bravo and Echo.
I think we'll probably do a return as well.
Easy 305. Stand 10 is available if you wanted it.
That's alright, we've got 5, easy 305, no worries.
Yeah, 305. Stand 5 is great. Easy 97 Tango. You can go to stand number 3.
Or just stand 3, easy 97 Tango. I'm just trying to establish where that is. I think it's I don't think, like I said, I don't think we have GSX, so it'll just be a case of visually having a look. So park brake released, and then we'll start going ahead. So they've gone to number 5, and we're going to number 3. So appears, hopefully there's no other aircraft on it. And we'll do it nice and slowly, and then we'll know where we're at. Yeah, it was a bad little flight. Like I said, the landing was a little bit on the hard side.
Golf Juliet,
probably due
you
to
established for 08. Golf Juliet, Zulu.
Yeah, roger that, clear to land. Clear to touch and go. The runway 08. Sorry about that.
Yeah, Golf Juliet Zulu, yeah. You're clear, touch and go, runway 08, surface wind 08017 knots.
Yep, clear to land, Golf Juliet Zulu.
Yeah, Juliet Zulu, is that a full stop landing or are you on the touch and go?
Touch and go, Golf Juliet Zulu.
Roger.
So we need to establish where stand 2 is. That's always the fun bit at little airports like this. Oh, sorry, stand 3, not stand 2. We know 4's there, so in theory it should be.
Touchdown again, November 18 Victor Kilos, inbound Jersey with the island in sight. Altitude 1,000 feet, 1015, Johnny left base, alright?
That's 2.
November Victor Kilo, roger.
This one's 3. So there we go. That's it. Right. There's no markings, unfortunately, so it's just a case of bit of guesswork. thrust to idle. Or get rid of the taxi lights as well. We're just trying to get ourselves as close as we can to the terminal building. That's the only problem when GSX isn't available. It can be a little bit tricky to...
Neptune 5 Whiskey Echo, report ready for departure.
Neptune 5 Whiskey Echo, fully ready.
Neptune 5 Whiskey Echo, line up and wait, runway 08.
Back brake is set.
Line up and wait, runway 08, Neptune 5 Whiskey Echo.
Golf Juliet Zulu, report downwind with
Engine 2,
intention.
engine 1 off, APU is available.
Roger that, report downwind with intentions. Golf Juliet Zulu.
Neptune 5 Whiskey Echo, surface wind 08017 knots, runway 08 clear for takeoff.
Takeoff runway 08, Neptune 5 Whiskey Echo.
So the power's available and APU can come off and we'll release the cabin. So guys, thank you very much for joining us on this flight. I think we'll probably leave it there for today. We're probably going to do another little video in a little bit. I've had a few questions asking about how we get the MCDU onto a tablet. So the Fenix does allow you to put an MC onto a tablet, so we're going to go through a quick tutorial on that.
913 Yankee, are you on frequency?
Lewis, with regards to yourself, mate, I'll quickly just jot that down just in case it doesn't save. But
Passengers bus is
913
coming.
Yankee.
and I'll try and find you.
QNH is 1015, reduce minimum approach speed, there's one in front.
Roger, QNH 1015, reduce minimum approach speed, EC 913 Yankee.
But yeah, thanks for joining us on this little flight.
Try and keep it out of you.
And we'll be doing hopefully another live stream very shortly in the near future. Anyways, bye for now, and we will see you again in the next video.